Okay, can you see my screen? So in the last lecture, PLSQL, procedural language.
No, mister.
You can't see my screen?
No.
Okay, so now in the last lecture, we have discussed this one. What is a procedural language and SQL, how the structure will be, and how to declare the variable, create the variables inside the declaration block, what are the different data types in the PLSQL, and if condition, then switch case statement. These things we have discussed in the last class. So today, so we will see about these loops. Yesterday I have also shown you some examples of loops. Okay, so this is the uh, conditional statement, like if this is the condition, then display this line. Else, if this is the condition, like grade you are typing as B, then the output will be this, like this. It will go until the last condition. If none of the conditions is matched, you will get this message, no such grade. Okay, so this is a case statement. So case, just modification of the previous program. Instead of if condition, we are using case some input selector when condition. So when A, then display this message. When B, then display this message until the last one. If none of the condition is matched, no such great message, else part will be executed. Now the loops, iterative process, repetition process. So you want some commands to be repeated again and again in your PLSQL block. So basic loop, for loop, while loop. Three types of loops are there. If you want to come out of the loop, you use the keyword exit. Okay. So this is the structure I told you last class. Loop is starting like this. Then you will write your statements here, instructions, like if condition or whatever you want to do. Then exit when you are going to meet certain condition. Opening of the loop, ending of the loop. Okay. Now this is the basic example what we discussed last class, to print the numbers between multiples between this 4 and 32. So starting number is 4. So if the number reach 32, you are going to come out of the loop. So that is this condition. I is the variable, data type number, initial value 4. So 4 is given to this I. So now here you are doing some steps. If the I value becomes, now here see, I value is increased every time. So the loop will rotate. Okay, if the I value reaches 32, exit. So I have shown you last class various examples also, how to create a simple message, how to create a PLSQL block which will print a simple message. Now today I will tell you this one, factorial of a number. You know in mathematics what is factorial? Students, Factorial of a number. Do you know in mathematics factorial this one? N factorial. You know this one?
Yes, mister.
Same
No.
we are going to do with the help of our TLSQL programming block. I type one number, the computer will give me the answer like this. 4 factorial means it will give me 24. 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. Now let me open this one. Okay, my connection is created. So I have basically declare begin end. This is the block. Declare begin end. Now I have to create some variables. So variables, what variable I will create? I will create some variable here like this. Or you can say like I, small letter I is a number and initial value is what? This one. Now you write the logic here. So first we have to put some loop. Loop, then you have to say end loop. End loop. In between our logic to display or to generate this one. Okay. Here we have used this one for loop. So loop, end loop, I have discussed to you in the last class like this loop, and you are going to print some number like dbms output dot put line. The value of I is, I have to use this variable I. This is infinite loop. Exit when some condition, this one. So now I will say here I is equal to I plus 1. Then exit when I becomes or I is greater than or equal to 5. Okay, first time it will print 1. Next time it will increment the value. I will become 2. So 2 is printed like that. So now I want to run. So I told you, you want to run means you have to click this one, dbms output, take the connection here. Okay, now run. Now see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is exiting when the value of I becoming 5. So here the 5, if it is 5, then the computer stops, the DBMS software will stop displaying the value. The same program you can also execute in Apex Oracle. Okay, so here you can go and use the same logic. Copy, paste. So you can run shuf. The output is coming like this. So if you give like the number should be if it is equal to 15, stop. Okay, now see the value of I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then if it is 15, you are coming out of the loop with this statement exit. So the until this part we discussed in the last class. Okay, now the next one is for loop. So how you will write for loop in Java? For loop, how you will write in Java? For brackets, open, close. Isn't it?
Yes.
For open brackets, close brackets. Sorry. So here you will say like integer I is equal to 0 initial value, I less than or equal to 10. This is the condition. Then increment is I plus plus. Now here you will print the output like this, system dot out dot println. Okay, value of I is right. Okay, like this you will do. So this is the basic loop in the Java. Now we have a different syntax here in the for loop. Now you see here it starts with this one. For this is the variable name like I, if I say, and for I in, that means inside this range, this is the starting number and this is the ending number, loop. Like here we are saying this is the starting number and this is the ending number, but here we are saying I in 1 to 10 dot dot 10. Now here you say, and here some another variable. Okay, just open the loop, then this is the ending of the loop. Open the loop, end the loop. So here this is the variable for the loop. You are saying that this is the starting number and this is the ending number. Now let us run this one and check what will happen. I will come to the this part. I will comment it. Okay. Next, go down, paste. Okay, this is like x is equal to x plus x into r x plus 1. Now you can print the value of x. So here copy this one, paste it here. Here you give the value of x. Here no need this one now because we already declared here what is the starting number, what is the ending number. Now when I run, where is that? Okay, here let me see. Some error. X must be declared. See, I have not declared the variable X. This one X. Instead of this one, let me try. Okay, some error now equals to, sorry. Okay, it is executed now. Just I did not do anything, just I am simply uh, writing a small program. Now if I run, see the value of X is 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. It is multiplying or it is incrementing. What it is doing? X is equal to X plus 1. Yeah. First one value, 1 plus some number. Like that it is keeping on repeating. Initially, I value is 1. So X value is 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. You know the execution, know this one? How the output will come? Students, X value is what now? X is equal to initially X value how much? I value how much? Now final result X how much? Initially X value 0. I value how much? 1. So what is our formula here? X is equal to X plus 1. That means 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. 1 is going to be stored in X variable result. So it is 1. X value now it will become this value instead of this one. X has become 1. The new value of X. Okay. So X new value. So next is now, what is X now? X is 1. Then when the computer executes this statement, 1 plus, what is the I value now? I value will also
Two.
become 2. So
Two.
1 plus 2, 3. So 3 will be printed. So like this, it will reach up to the last number 10. So that is what is displayed here. 1, 3, 6, 10, up to this condition, this last value, that is I value until it becomes 10. So this is the way of implementing the for loop. It looks like big for you, but the program is very small. See here, I will give, you remove all these things. Then it will be easier for you to understand. Plus, this is the for loop demonstration. For loop demonstration. Okay, and this is your normal loop, basic loop. Okay. This is your basic loop. Everything is clear, students, here?
Yes.
First syntax is this one. Now for loop is this one. Now what we will do is we will try to do this program. Like, you understand this logic here. factorial of a number I want to find. So I took one variable here and I have taken another variable counter like I. So the number I am multiplying with this counter, then display. Same program, we are going to modify it to print the factorial of a number. Same program, copy here. So here instead of this, I will say into. Now here this one is a factorial number. Factorial number. So some variable. Initially the number is 0. Okay, students. So this is the way, the same program, just I modified this one. So this is the formula. So now I can find the factorial of it, these numbers from 1 to 10. X must be declared. So instead of X, we are taking this variable now. And here, factorial. Okay. Now let us see what is output. Uh, Factorial is equal to factorial into I. Correct. Initial value instead of 0. Okay. Factorial of number 1 is 1. Factorial of number 2 is this one. So I will modify factorial of 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 uh, then factorial of I is clean. Here also clean. Factorial of 1 is 1. Factorial of 2 is 2. Factorial of 3 is 6. Now you understand the output I am declaring and providing the output in a simple, understandable manner. Okay, this one. Before there was no space here. So now I give space here and so that's why it is printing here and here space. This one understand, students?
Yes, Mr.
This is the for loop demonstration. It's a simple program. Through the program, we are calculating the factorial of a number. Now the last one, while loop. Same logic, but just the syntax is different. Instead of for loop, the same program, but the loop is different here. See, while condition. So you are checking the condition here, and you are ending the loop here in this one. So while condition, then you are repeating this loop. Same previous program. Initial value 1. The last number value is 10. And this is the variable to store the result. Temporary value. So counter, that means this one 10 is copied to this one. You are going back here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 up to 1. This program. You are going back. First 10 factorial will be printed. So if you want, you can test this one. Copy. Okay, so here you can paste. Some special characters will get copied if you directly copy the paste. Symbol line 2 correct only. So, here is a it's telling some error here. You have to debug the errors if something happens like this. So we have to type the program, then it will not give any error. If we copy from some other program, it will give the error like this. Okay, this program will work. So when we start typing from the beginning, so you can try this later. Uh, where is that? I don't have that program. So we have to type that program, then we can make it work. Same like how we have done this one. Okay, fine. We will see that later. Now I think the error is coming here. We'll see. Don't waste the time in this one. I think the same error. Okay, let that we will solve that one later. So this is the basic way. First demonstration is using the for loop. Now the loop is changed here by taking some other variables here, declaring it as number, declaring it as initial value, final value, and this is a temporary variable. Okay. So now inside this one, loop will rotate and it will print you the final answer in this one. We are going back here, counter -1. So initially 10. After that it will become 9. After that it will become 8. Like this, it will print up to 1. Now using the for loop, what is a SQL statement we can do? Suppose there is a temporary table. Like see, I have a temporary table in my database with only one column. Suppose I will create one table. Uh, create table, create table, testing. Okay. In that one, I will have one data type, value, something like this. I will say like ID number. Data type is number. Okay. So I will create this simple table. Okay, table is created. The name of table is testing. This one. So it has only ID number one column. Now using the for loop, I want to insert the data in this loop. See here, for I, for num means variable, okay, and 1 to 5 loop. So using this block, we can create or insert the values inside your table. Now you want to insert the values, 5 values means what I have to do? You have to write the command like this: insert into testing values, values like your student ID, like student ID like 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am correct or not? 5 times I have to execute this one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, like 2000, this one is 6, this one is 7, this one is 8, this one is 12. Instead of this writing 5 times the commands, why don't I uh, insert the values using this declare block begin end block. So here values into which table? Insert into which table? This table. Copy, paste. Values, what values? These are the values I want to insert. Now, let us see this one here. See, there is no data. Now I will run this command. So it is successfully executed. Now go and see the output. Refresh the table. Automatically the numbers are inserted here. Okay, suppose I want to insert like 1 to 100 or 1 to 500 or from 500 to some number. So I can just write this program, run it, will insert many values like this. This is the power of writing the PLSQL program. Instead of writing the command like this one by one, insert into the table name values like this, you prepare a block, write the statement what you want to do in this block, run this block. It will save your time. It will automate your task. Understand? Students, students, hello,
Yes,
students,
sir.
are you getting? Are you
Yes,
understanding this one?
Yes, mister.
Now you want to see the data, you have to say like this. So select star from testing. Star. Star means all values, all columns. So select this one. So it will give you the output, this one, all 500 items. Because we inserted 500 values. Fine. Next. The most important topic here is cursor. So what is a cursor in Oracle? See these results. When I run this command, select star from, where is that? Select star from this one. Where you are going to store the data, where the data is displayed. When I do this, the output is coming here. Where it is stored? This data, where it is stored? Which place? There is a place in DBMS Oracle software known as a cursor. So cursor is like a memory area. It's a private zone. So whenever you execute the SQL statement, you are going to get your results processed and store it in one place. So you can use this PLSQL SQL cursor and create your own cursors which may contain the data. So cursor is nothing but a memory area of some size. What does it contain? It will contain the results of the query. So this is the query, select star from testing. This is the result. So this result is going to be stored in one memory area known as cursor. So cursors are basically two types. One is implicit cursors. Another is explicit cursor. Implicit cursors are already created and managed by the Oracle DBMS software. Whereas explicit cursor meaning you are going to create your own cursors. You are the developers. You can create by writing the PLSQL block, declare, begin, end, like that. Now this is also a cursor, this one. When you run this, the data is processed inside the memory of Oracle. So there these results are stored. Okay, cursor is basically a memory area in which the output of the query is stored. It is given here the definition. Like array, in Java you have studied array. Array will store what? Rows and columns. So cursors are also a memory area which will be storing the output in the DBMS server, not in the client computer. Is this clear? What is the definition of cursor?
Yes, Mr.
Memory area. Why we use this one is we are executing the SQL statements like select, everything. After that, some output will come. Where you will store that output? You need some place. So that place is called a cursor, memory area. Now, explicit cursors can be created by the developers, I told. What are the 4 steps in developing, in declaring or creating a cursor? Suppose I will keep a book and I will tell you, go and read the book from the library. What you will do? Abir, I will tell you, you go to library and read the DBMS book. What you will do, Abir? Tell me the normal steps. I ask you, go to the library and read the book, DBMS, database book. What you will do? Abir? Okay, are you there? Abir?
Yes, Mr.
I ask you, for example, there is a book. Go to the library and read the database book. What are the steps you will do in the library?
We will search about the book.
Okay, first step. Next step,
Uh, I go to the content in the book.
go, go to the content means you have to open the book. You have to open. Okay. After that, you will read the book. When you finish reading, what you will do?
Write notes, the information that I want.
Everything finished now. Reading the book is finished. After that, you will close the
Return
book.
the book.
Yeah, return the book or close the book. So these are the basic steps. So first I will declare, means I will create a book. I will open the book. I will read the book. I will close the book. Same steps are this one. First declare the cursor with this keyword declare. After declaring, the existing cursor must be opened. The book must be opened to read the book. After that, you write the content or you process the material from the book. Then after you finish reading, writing, close the book. So these are the 4 steps. Declare, open, process, close. Now this is the syntax. Cursor, it will start with cursor. What is the name of cursor? It will start with cursor. What is the name of the cursor? Like my cursor. Afra cursor is, now you can write like this, select star from students. Or I will say here student cursor. selects. Select star from course or subject. So this cursor, this is the name of the cursor, and this is the DML query. So this is the syntax here. Cursor, what is the name of the cursor? Is, you can write normal select statement here. Once when you create this one, run this one, the cursor will be declared, and the data whatever you have in the course table will be stored in this table. In this cursor. Name of the cursor is student cursor. Okay. Next, this is one example is cursor. Name of the cursor is C employee. So I gave you like this here. I will say students is there. Is there a data? Yeah, it is there here. So I will say here student. So this is the student cursor. So when I run this, it will create the cursor, and this cursor, this name, what does it contain? It contains all this information. This complete information is stored in this variable. You are getting students this one? Students, you are getting this one? Students,
Yes.
this is a cursor. When I run this cursor, whatever is there here, the data that is going to be stored inside this variable. This one, this complete data is going to be stored in this variable. Okay. This complete information that is going to be stored in this one, and you will have a pointer. Cursor means a pointer like this. I want to read the information, means I will read one by one like this. So this cursor will move to the second record, move to the third record, fourth record, like that. It will read and it will display the data from this one. So if you are returning more than one row, it is better to create a cursor. Understand? So now let us see, is the example I told you. So where it is. So here I can write select star from student, or you can put some condition where ID is equal to some student ID, like here 100, where ID, what is the column name? ID, where ID is equal to 100. Now only this Sara, this record will be stored in this cursor. After that, you have to open the cursor, process the cursor, and so just I will say like this. Now declare. Okay, then begin, then end. In this one, we have to do the steps of what I told you now. So you have declared the cursor. Actually, declare should be done in this begin block. Declare, then open the cursor. Open student underscore cursor. Okay, then you can do some processing here, like fetch. There is one command called fetch command to fetch the cursor name into some variables like uh, yes underscore id comma yes underscore name. Then you can print the value. Then after that you can close the cursor. Okay, so here you will write this one, dbms output line IDs IDs this one SID. These variables we have to declare in the declare block. Name is s underscore name. So here s underscore name and s underscore ID you have to declare. Sorry. ID. So what is the data type? I am telling that it is a student table dot ID percentage type. So same data type I want here for this one, and also for this one. What is the variable name? Student dot uh, we have okay f name plus. So cursor declare the cursor this one. So this is the basic syntax we have written now. So let us see now whether it is correct. Open cursor, as I told you, this one. It should come above. Okay. Fine. You understand basically what I am writing here? It will look big for you. Okay, I will just do like this one. Students, do you understand what I am trying to do?
Yes, Mr.
Samir. The name is this one. Ready. Okay. Not star. I have to give only st underscore id comma f name from student. Okay. Student dot stid stid and student dot f name. Okay. Yes. Now let us run. Line 5. ID. What is ID? Invalid identifier s underscore id. Am I correct? Let me check this one. Yes. Open this one. Open. Then fetch into, yeah, correct. DBMS output. Then close the cursor. This one correct. Now we have the error somewhere. Hmm. Why we have to use into class here? No need. Just to remove this. Okay. See, now the ID, it came like 100 and Sarah. I think the output came before. It is displaying only the uh, what do you call one student, but cursor has, I told you, all these students. So for that you have to write a loop and end loop. So after this open, you have to say loop. You have to say loop, then you have to say end loop, because you have more than one student. So it is printing currently only one student value. So you want to see all the students means I have to say end loop. Okay, now bottom also I will clean so that you can understand. Okay, see, the ID is 100 Sarah, the ID is this one Reem, this one Zainab, Rashid. Okay, it is going something like this. But we have to put some condition. So what condition we put here, like where where ST ID is equal to 100, then we don't need loop that time. Okay, so the output C, infinite loop. Now see this one, we are getting only this one. I will run one more time. ID name is 100 Sarah. So what it will do, it will get all this data and store in this one cursor. And this program, where is that? This program, what it will do is, it will open this cursor, means open this cursor, student cursor. Cursor will fetch the data. What data? ID and name from this one. So from these things, only it will bring ID. This one. Only it will bring first name. Then it will try to print that one. So that ID and name is stored in this cursor, but we are copying into our user defined variables. So these are our user defined variables like X and Y. So in the X, the value will be stored as, so in the S underscore ID, the value will be stored as 100, and name, S underscore name, the value is stored as Sarah. So from this complete records, it is going to that particular record. So we are telling here some condition where ID is equal to 100. If you don't give this, it will get all these records in this one. If you write this condition, then only the first record is going to be stored in this cursor, and from that cursor you are copying the data. This one, the command is this. What you are telling is here, fetch. This command, what it is doing. So now the student cursor is having some data. What data? Sarah record data is there. This one, Sarah. So that data, this data is there. So this data, from that you are copying only ID into this one. Okay, and also you are copying name, and that you are going to display it as an output in the console. This is the output. Understand, students, this one?
Yes, Mr.
So cursor is useful when you are returning more than one rows or a single row. It is a temporary area. So one by one you are going to check with the help of this pointer. This is the cursor pointer. So from the records, it will check first record, condition is matching, it will give you the data. If it is not matching, the cursor, the arrow moves to the second. If it is not matching, the arrow will move to the third, move to the fourth. If it moves to the fourth one, last one, you can throw the message, no data found. So there are some commands here given for the cursor. Open command, I told you to open the cursor. Fetch command is used to get the data. Close command is used to close the cursor. This is very important. Next is the attributes of the cursor. If you found the data, this variable, this attribute, percentage found, will return true. If no data is found, it will say true. Is open attribute to check whether the cursor is still opening or not. And this one is row count, means it will give you how many number of rows you have retrieved. So these are the important variables attributes you use while declaring the cursor. Okay, I will show you here. See here. This is the cursor to find the customers. When the customers are not found, you are going to give some exception, not found, using this variable. Let me show you one more sophisticated program. This one here. This is the program I will take. Copy this one. Go here. Okay. Now, so we already have customer table. Okay, we have customer table. Okay, in the customer table, see here, where is customer table? What is the customer code we have? So we have to write this variable here, cus code. Cus code. Select cus code. Then customer name, cus name. Okay. Then F name I will give instead of last name. F name. Then customer address. Address is not there. We have area code. So I will say customer area code. Customer area code. Okay. Area instead of customer address. This is the name of cursor. These are our variables. Variable X is ID. Variable Y is customer name. Variable area, this one Z. So we are declaring the same data type what we have in this customer table to these variables. 1, 2, 3. Now I am creating a cursor with this name, C underscore cursor. You can give any name. Then is selecting what from this different values. So we have many columns. I want only code. I want first name. I want area from that table customer. So I am writing here this statement. Now the entire data is stored in this variable now, C underscore customer. After you declare the cursor, I am opening the cursor. Then looping. So I want to check some condition. That is why I am looping there. Or I am printing one by one. What is the name? What is the ID? What is the code? So fetch customer into my variable name. This one. What is this customer name? Then what is this area? Exit when the cursor do not find the data. I told you. So the cursor will begin from this point. If the record is there, it will retrieve the record, store into the variables. It will go to second record, third record, fourth record. Now, no data. If there is no data, you have to print the message, no data found. So that's why this keyword is used, percentage not found. That is what I discussed now here, this one. It will return true when you reach the last record. Now let us run this and see the output. See, customers must be declared. So we have this one, customer, the name. Okay, it is successfully executed. Now let us go and see the output. See, the customer code is what we are displaying in the DBMS output line. See, first is this one. Customer ID is this. Customer name is Khadija. Customer area is this. So from this table, I am displaying only 1, 2, 3. So when it is not there, when the customer the cursor goes to the last, this value will become false. So exit when there is no data. That is the meaning. Similarly, you can use the other variables like found, row count, is open, etc. So these are the attributes of the cursor. Okay, cursor with this normal loop, cursor with for loop, two types. The last one now I will tell you, explicit cursor. Explicit cursor, the user has to create like this one, and you give some user defined messages. And also see, in this cursor you can use this one, SQL found, and number of customers, how many customers are there. So you can count the total number of customers with this one. So these are all the attributes of a cursor here. So this is already you have customers table. I want to update the salary of the customers. I want to update now Ramadan time. I want to increase the salary of customers, or I want to give the Omantel want to give free balance flus. So how I will update? I will take this, I will create this one. Okay, I will update the customers table. What is the customer balance? Instead of salary, I will say balance. Okay, so if the SQL is found, update customer, so I am setting the balance, I am increasing 500 real, I am giving bonus. Okay, let us see here. If I run this one, what will happen? Now, before that, what is the balance here? 300, 200, 250, 115 something. Now, when I run this, okay, now see, executed successfully. 4 customers selected. 4 customers selected totally. So it updated the values for 4 customers. So here when I say this, see, before it was some other value. Now it is increasing 500 real to all the customers. So this is the process to execute cursor. See, the old values came. When I run this uh, particular cursor, and also I can give here some condition where I want to give only to one code is equal to only one customer. I want to give the bonus, like Ahmed, the first one, 1001 customer code. So I will write here 1001. Only for this customer now the salary will be increased. Balance. Sorry, this one. Now you have how much, Ahmed? 300 riyal. Okay, now let us see how many records updated. I am counting also. Only one customer is updated. Refresh. Chuf 800. Awal it is 300. Now 800. Balance of Ahmad al-Mamari. Okay, students. So this is the end of this lecture 6, cursors. So I will give you this exercise. Please practice and become perfect. It will be useful for your assignment. To do the assignment. Uh, Which one is this? PSQL exercise. Okay. Okay. So I have given you that exercise, this exercise. In this one, whatever we studied, all basic examples and the cursor examples, everything is there. This is the example for adding two numbers. This is the example for printing just the message. This is an example for writing the customer code, display the customer code, name and balance. And this is also the program to calculate the area of circle. Practice, this is good exercise for you. Using if statement, using for loop, using exit, when to use those keywords, attributes like row count, not found, etc. So here 1005 is not there. I will say here 1005. Last, let us see what is the message you will get. See, no customer selected. Why it is no customer? Because other what is I don't know Arabic how you alf khamsa is not mojud dakhil this customer table 1005 record ma mojud. So that is why no customer. Why we are getting that one? If not found, no customer selected, this message. So that customer is not found, this one. That is why this message is coming. So these are the attributes, use of these attributes. Okay, students, so I will stop with this one. Please practice, practice, practice. All these things, you don't need any SQL developer or Oracle. Just go here in the Apex, create your tables and practice. If you have any questions, please ask me. Five students are absent today. 3, 4, 5, 6 students.